recommend for everybody who's struggling there, or if you don't even have GERD, but you know you've got compromised digestion, it just feels like things sit in your stomach for a long period of time, I would absolutely recommend that you try something called Betaine HCL, Betaine HCL. Betaine HCL with Pepsin. Our D-Digest has some betaine in it, or HCL. But that Betaine HCL will be a solution for a lot of people. Like, I've seen it work near miracles. You might need to start off small and build up over time, but you want to take it before your meals. And you also are going to want to not take any probiotics that you're taking with Betaine HCL with the hydrochloric acid, because that can damage those probiotics. So I would take your probiotics first thing in the morning, and then at least 30 minutes later, if you're going to eat, then take the Betaine right before you eat. Another thing that you can do would be to have fermented foods with your meals. This is, I think, is even ultimately in the long run more important. The thing about the probiotics and the fermented foods, you can take the HCL, the betaine, if you're going to have like raw sauerkraut, because the microbes are actually protected by the foods themselves. So you don't have an issue with that. But cabbage juice is really good, either fermented or not fermented. Cabbage juice by itself is really healing to the gut lining. But fermented cabbage juice, like I know they have this gut shot that is out there now that you can get at health food stores. It's expensive. You can honestly make your own. It's not hard to make your own. And, an ounce of that taken with your meals can really help start the process of creating more production of stomach acid. Like I mentioned, raw sauerkraut. Another thing that really helps with the production of stomach acid is meat broth, not necessarily bone broth, but meat broth. I've found to be really effective in helping the gut start making more stomach acid on its own. Also, there are bitter herbs like artichoke, dandelion, blessed thistle that are also good for starting this production of the HCL in the gut, in the stomach. The thing about these, they're being bitter, that they're not going to work nearly as well, if at all, if you take them in pill or capsule form. You actually need to taste the bitterness to really signal your body to begin making more of that HCL. So you want to get it in drop form, liquid form, and just add it to water if you're going to use the artichoke, the dandelion, or the blessed thistle. Pancreatic enzymes, yeah, I mean, we definitely have used them to success, but the real key, I think, is not relying on them. The key is really going down to that foundational level. Where did this start? Unhealthy microbiome, lack of stomach acid. You can supplement with enzymes, no doubt. And in the beginning, it could be super helpful, but I don't think you want to rely on that. You have to get to the real root cause issues as to why you don't have enough of those pancreatic enzymes, lipase, amylase, things like that, other enzymes that we need. We have to be getting them naturally. That's going to be ultimately best for our health. But in the beginning, yeah, sure, you can utilize those things. I just wouldn't use them as an excuse to continue to eat poorly and to do the things that caused your condition in the beginning, because they might help you. They might help you feel better, but you're not fixing yourself. And ultimately, that's the goal. Because if you let that go over time, what I've seen is less and less of a positive response. Because again, the underlying thing has not been dealt with.